Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about how having a container can actually be more freeing and less restrictive. So sometimes when I think about a container, it's that those rules and regulations that you put around certain areas of your life. And I consider myself more of like a fairy, more of a chaotic person, more of like I do what I feel. And if it feels good, I'm gonna do it. If it's fun, I'm gonna do it. And I very much wake up a lot of the times and I'm like, what would make me feel good today? And a lot of the times those are productive things. Like what would make me feel good today? Taking a shower, doing my hair, crossing stuff off my to-do list. Like there's still productive things that I'm doing it, but it's very much loosey-goosey in how I feel. And what I noticed was that when I started putting containers on certain areas of my life, I actually got more freedom and I actually got more enjoyment and better health. Um, so I started to count my calories recently. I am already a vegetarian, but I wasn't really aware of the calories that I was taking in. And that's when I started to notice that on the days where I would eat a bag of chips and nothing else, like just a bag of snacking throughout the day, one serving of chips, which is like 17 to like 20 something chips, so like nothing literally, it can be like 180 to 200 something calories. And then I realized 200 something calories, if I'm going by the serving size, is a nice, healthy, fulfilling bowl of pasta. Like our nice Alfredo pasta with broccoli in there. That's 200 and something calories. Why am I eating a one serving of chips for pretty much a bowl of pasta? Why? Like it doesn't make any sense. And I get more fulfillment, more enjoyment from eating the bowl of pasta because I'm hitting my goals in multiple areas and becoming the person that I want to be in multiple areas. And that's worth way more than the deliciousness of a bag of chips, right? Because I'm fulfilling my health goals. I'm counting my calories. I'm eating full meals, so my stomach is actually full. I have energy. I'm actually satisfied. My stomach is not growling and people aren't looking like, "Whoa. Oh, why are you hungry?" Do you know what I mean? And yeah, that's just been a great thing to notice. And another thing that I noticed was almost like if you've ever seen those graphs where if you keep trying to add on and add on and add on, there is only so much of a linear relationship before you hit a plateau. And no matter how much more you add on, there is no more extra enjoyment. And sometimes, even with some things, there can be a downward slope after that. So, for example, you're drinking alcohol, and if this were a graph about fun, you have a couple of drinks, maybe you have three, you're having fun, you're feeling a buzz, and then now you had 8 drinks and I don't really drink, but I don't know if 8 is enough to be drunk or not, but just let's just say you have 8 drinks and then you get blackout drunk and you fall and you bust your head open and now the enjoyment goes way down. And I was doing that with food without realizing it. So for me, it was like I'm eating food and a slice of cheese, depending on what cheese you get, can be like 35 calories or it could be way more than that. It just depends on what you're eating. And I was putting like 2 slices of cheese in things just because I'm like, I like it cheesy. I love cheese. I like it. Why not? And then when I started to count calories, I was like, okay, well, let's see if I put 1 slice of cheese in it. What happens? It was just as enjoyable as the 2 slices of cheese, or not that much more enjoyable, where it was worth risking my health. Do you get me? Like, isn't that, I don't know, it was so crazy to me. Another way, this is going to be my last example of how this showed up for me literally just happened to me today, is I've been working on budgeting, and I got really intentional about what I was willing to spend on groceries and like other things that I'm spending money on. And before, I felt like I was pretty good with money in the sense that I would spend how I felt. So if I was feeling the need to save money, I would just go into every situation sparingly spending the money. I wouldn't have like any plan for my money. And then every month I would be below what I would be spending, like hundreds below from what I would be spending if I wasn't really feeling the need to save money. And so that was good enough for me at the time. And now that I've been trying to really be intentional with every single dollar and having a really clear idea of what my budget is and like how much does it cost for me to eat, like what's a good amount for me to spend on groceries, which for me is $80. Then I can actually go to the store with that $80 in mind, and it felt so much more freeing because instead of everything I looked at, I was like, "Oh no, well, I can't get that because I'm trying to be as sparing as possible." So there was a lot of things I was leaving on the shelf that I really wanted, but couldn't get because I'm just being as picky as possible with everything I'm picking up. Now I can pick up whatever I want as long as it fits within that budget that I set for myself, which today was actually like $45, and then the rest of the 80 went to other stuff. And I did so good. Like I got so many things that I wanted that I would do normally, but normally I would come out with like $120 or $100, and I would be like, "Yes, that's good for me." And that is a good amount, I think, for groceries for one person that could last a while if you're getting like a mix of frozen and fresh. Um, but now I got my food, and I got cat food, and I got eyelashes because I wanted to try some like more natural eyelashes that you glue on. And I got note cards, and I got all of it for $79 and like 14 cents. And I feel abundant. I feel like I got everything that I needed, and on top of that, I'm hitting the needs I need to hit in multiple areas of my life because now I'm feeling abundant about what I got. I'm like, "Oh, look at all this stuff in my cart. I got some good foods. I got yogurt. I got tofu. I got cheese because I love cheese." Like I got all the things that I really wanted, and and then some, and then some. And then on top of that, spent within a budget that made me feel good because I want to feel good about my money and my spending habits. And because I have a container around my calories and stuff, now I have a good idea of like what's healthy, what's worth it to me in terms of calories, what I'm willing to eat, what I'm not willing to eat. And I just can't describe, well, I just did describe it in this whole video, but it was just such a freeing feeling that I really enjoyed. And I wanted to share that. And I hope it encourages you guys to think about ways that you can establish containers and processes in your life so that you can get really clear on what your goals are so that it doesn't feel like this crazy juggling act and hectic trying to figure out, well, how can I be healthy and spend less money? How can I be abundant but still be aware of how much money I'm spending? How can I balance all of these things without feeling duplicitous? How can I balance all these things and feel like I'm hitting everything I need to hit? And for me, thus far, or recently at least, the answer has been having these containers in place. So that's it, guys. I will hope to see you in another video. Bye.